It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. It's time for
Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Welcome back to another review show right here on
Magic TV.
We are rushing a review show out this week because we've got very important stuff to do today. Very important stuff. We've got rehearsals and we've got very important stuff to do. Lots of rehearsals. We're not planning on watching Star Wars at all. It's going to be very important stuff. No Nerf battles, although that is technically a trick. And it is. We've got this new act for Ryland and Thea. It's amazing. And it's a bullet catch with a Nerf gun.
This one!
And we bought a Gatling gun. We bought a Gatling gun because the whole idea is... Yes, put it over there. Okay. The whole idea is... someone's going to sign a bullet, and you got like a big stream of bullets, and there's one gap, and they're going to put the signed bullet in there, and then Ryan's just going to basically shoot Thea in the face over and over again, and she's going to catch the signed bullet in her mouth. It's going to be amazing.
Hopefully won't die.
And rehearsal involves Ryland shooting Thea over and over again with a high-powered Nerf gun. Rehearsals are fun. Anyway. You're not here for that. You're here for the review show. The review show. And we're going to be looking at 3 new tricks and 1 illusion. The last few weeks we've been looking at illusions and stage magic, and we're going to try and carry on doing that because you guys seem to like it, but we'll leave that till last because first of all, we're going to be looking at a new trick. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not sure about him. I haven't spoken to him about it, but it is by one of his favourite creators in magic. So he's probably going to be a bit conflicted. We're going to be looking at something from Bond Lee. Okay, so first up we have Snicky by Bond Lee. And Snicky is basically...
a trick with Snickers.
Well, it's kind of a trick with Snickers, isn't it? So basically what happens is you have a playing card and you shake the playing card or you whatever.
You just give it a little wave over and it turns into a Snickers bar.
It turns into a Snickers bar. Now, that's basically the effect. And I've seen a few people do this on social media, and I will tell you that if you are a social media magician and you perform on social media, this looks incredible. This is great. I'm not a social media magician. I don't really perform on social media, he says, making a video for social media. But as a performer, I perform in real life situations. I don't perform on social media. So for me, this is about as practical as walking into a restaurant to do a close-up job and taking a sub-trunk with me. It's just not practical at all. And I'll tell you for why. I'm going to... Look, actually, I won't. Let's have a look at a performance first of all. That would be cool, though, wouldn't it? Go. Faye Presto used to do that. Faye Presto used to do restaurant magic. Used to walk around restaurant magic, and she would take a mismade girl with her. And she would do mismade girl at people's tables, which is amazing. But anyway... We're not here for that.
Is that the one with the 3 boxes?
No. It's the one where it goes. Yeah. It's modern art. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's have a look at this. What is this? This is Snicky. Let's have a look at Snicky. So that's a performance of Snicky. I want to know exactly what you think. But first of all, let's just cover... It's a 12-minute tutorial. You get the gimmicked card. You get the gimmicked Snickers bar.
Yep.
You have to do a little bit of one-time prep. Once you've done the prep, you're done. In the 12-minute video, they're going to cover how to actually set it up, how to perform it. There's 3 different handlings. There's a 2-handed handling, which is the easiest one. And then there's 2 one-handed handlings as well. So 3 different ways of doing it. They also give you a couple of other bonus ideas on how to, once you've produced the Snicker, splitting it and getting a second Snicker, one of which is real, and giving that Snicker away. There's a bunch of other stuff that they go through. But in essence, in that 12-minute video, they're going to show you how to turn a Snickers bar into... how to turn a playing card into a Snickers bar. There's no context, there's no live performance, there's no... Let me explain why you're turning a card into a Snickers bar. There's no context to it all. It could be. It could just be that he's hungry and he wants a chocolate bar. But that's basically the effect. The last part of the tutorial is teaching you how to fix it if it breaks, because it does use invisible elastic thread and that stuff. You get extra thread and you get taught how to fix it if it does break. Let me explain why I don't like it, then I want to know your thoughts. So first of all, it's so angly.
Yeah.
Like, it is so angly. Like, to the point that, one, you would never do this in close-up in a million years.
No.
Like, there's no way you could manage the angles in a close-up situation. But I would be worried about doing this in any sort of show. Because if you had an audience where people are, like, a decent front row, if they were looking at it from different, like, vantage points, they would see exactly how this trick works. I was thinking, could you do this as a kids show, in a kids show audience? But then I was thinking, no, because you have to be like right in front of the car, for it to work.
Could you imagine trying to do that at the table room?
No, you couldn't. Can you imagine doing that in a normal kids show? Like, what would happen is the kids would just be like, it's behind the Snicker, it's behind the Snicker. Now, even if you could manage the angles, the Snicker's not examinable. Like, not only is it not examinable, you can't even turn it around.
Yeah.
But even if you could turn it around, when you could somehow steal the gimmick of it, you can't have that Snicker out for examination, because all somebody would have to do is touch it to immediately realise it's a gimmick Snicker. And I know they've included a thing where you can then get a second Snicker and give that away, but I'd want to look at both of them. It reminds me a bit of that trick that did the social media rounds a while ago, that everyone did. The one where the card turned into a watch. Do you remember? And it was like, watch this, and the card turns into a watch, and you shake it. And everyone was doing that, but no one actually did it live in a real audience, in a real live performance footage, because it doesn't work. So from my point of view, this is for social media magicians only, of which I'm not, so it's completely
useless. This reminds
useless.
me of the one where you take a playing card and you turn it into the animal ball.
Yeah, Alakazam brought that out, didn't he? Yeah. That was more practical, though.
Yeah, that was more practical.
That was more practical than this. This is just so angly. This is the sort of thing that's like, this is... I'm not saying I'm the greatest creator in the world, but this is the sort of thing that I've created in the past. I would create, and I'd look at it and I'd go, nah, I'm not going to bring that out. There's no way this is going to be workable in the real world. And I'm not the audience for this. That's the thing. I'm not the audience. I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to get like, rah, 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 because I don't think I'm the audience for this. I'm not a social media magician, but they are talking on the tutorial about how you can give this away. No, you can't. No, you can't. You just can't do this in the real world. There's no way in any real world situation. You're a social performer. A lot of people that watch this channel, they're hobbyists. They're amateurs. Mm-hmm. They perform for friends and family. Maybe, just maybe, you might be able to get away with this in a social performing point of view. Like, you've got your friend Bob coming around the house. He's like, Bob, you want to see a trick? I'd love to, Craig. I'd love to see a trick. Okay, Bob, sit in that chair. Mm-hmm. Do not move your head a millimetre in either direction. Do you see this card? Boom. Now it's a Snicker. Oh, you want to see it? You can't. I've eaten it, Bob. Like that, maybe, just maybe, you could do it in some sort of, maybe if I had a gig in a blind school, that might be a place.
Yeah, I saw this video the other day, and it's like this fire alarm going off in the school for deaf. I was like, they're doing some sort of test, clearly.
Stop.
No, it was an actual video. It's like they're testing them because they're trying to find out the fake ones.
Well, what are you giving this? What are you giving it?
I'm going to give this,
Can I tell you mine? First of all, have you got anything to add about this? Because you're the one that learned.
You said a lot of stuff about it, to be honest. And I'm probably going to give it 50%.
50%. I think you're being too generous. For me personally, this is a complete waste of money.
Maybe 40.
This is getting 0% from me. It's just a complete waste of time and effort and energy and money. This was like 40 odd quid. 40 odd quid for a squishy Snicker.
0%.
40 odd quid for a squishy Snicker.
£40.
For a squishy Snicker and a folded up card with a bit of elastic thread and a 10-minute tutorial.
Oh my god.
I know. I say.
I'm going to give it that 0.
I'm not the audience for this. Maybe somebody has bought this and they're like, oh my god, I now have the perfect trick for my act. If I was still doing Zoom shows, bring it on. I could make this work in a Zoom show, but no. Not very good, 0% from me. But if you like it and you understand that there's only certain places you can do it, then go for it. So next review you can talk about because you learnt this. This is, and we don't normally review tricks like this. There's a lot of companies these days that are bringing out beginner magic tricks. Alakazam do it. Yeah. Obviously, you've got Marvin's Magic. Now you've got Murphy's with the Apprentice Rhyme. You've got Penguin. You did that magic set for Penguin a while ago. They're all bringing out like tricks for beginners, which is great because new people are getting into magic all the time. And the Murphy's Apprentice line has actually brought out this trick, which is like a penetration of this yellow thing through two blue circular plates. For what you get a little glass, you get two circular blue plates.
Oh, yeah.
You get the yellow sort of thing and you go squish and it goes through. Yes. Now, this is actually based off an old trick by Tenyo called Squeeze Play. And Squeeze Play was brought out many, many years ago. What Murphys have done is they've reimagined this and brought it out for a new audience. Yeah. You learnt this, and we've got a video of you performing this in Five Guys just before you made a burger disappear. So let's have a look.
Actually, it was a cheese dog.
It was a cheese dog, sorry. Let's have a look
Not a real dog.
Not a real dog. He would not eat his... You wouldn't eat a dog, would you?
No.
Especially not his dog. But...
Not my dog.
Maybe somebody else's dog. Let's have a look. Tink, definitely. Let's have a... Well, she is a sausage dog. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Ryland performing the trick, and then we'll talk about what we think.
I'm here at Five Guys, and I'm going to show you amazing Murphy's Magic with this plate. What happens is you take this plate, and you have this little yellow dot. And they put this yellow dot on the plate, and you put it perfectly in the middle. And you put this over the glass, and you can see it happens like that. You can see, and it goes straight through there into the glass. Whoa!
Okay, right. It looks super visual. Can you talk to me about what you think about this? Pros, cons, how easy is it? Angles, all of the stuff. Give me the lowdown.
Okay. You gotta be looking at it from like above. You can't be looking.
Or at an angle. Side. Like if it was on the table and everybody was around the table, you'd probably be okay.
Yeah, you can look at it from all directions apart from like where you can see in between the plates.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be able to see that.
You wouldn't want to be in there. But when you, I'd say the angles are pretty good. Maybe.
I'd agree.
Yeah, the angle's pretty good. It's quite easy. You just gotta squeeze the plates.
It does involve palming.
It does involve palming, but that's not too hard, I would say.
No, but the way that the thing is gimmicked without giving too much away, the plate is going to palm the thing you need to palm for you most of the time. All you have to do is load it into position, and then you can kind of step back until the very end, right? You learnt this relatively quickly. The tutorial is Javier teaching you how to do this, and he does a great job with it. You learnt this very, very quickly. And then you decided to actually give it to Lucy, your Tom's daughter, who's 6 years old. He sent me a video of Lucy doing it and doing a fantastic job. So that shows you how easy it is. Is this a viable thing for people to do in a professional corporate gig? Like, I don't do sponge balls typically in a close-up gig because I don't want people to look at me and go, oh, he's just doing the sort of tricks kids would do. Would this have that same kind of feel to it?
I would say so. Probably even more.
You think so? Yeah. Does it look a bit like a toy?
Yes, definitely.
Because it looks impressive.
Yeah.
It really does.
It does look impressive.
But would you... Okay, you're booked for a close-up job next week. Would you take this with you?
Where?
Okay, that's a great question. Corporate?
Probably not.
Wedding?
Maybe.
Family restaurant with lots of kids?
Definitely.
Okay.
100%.
So you got the right. So.
But you probably wouldn't want to do it on the table because the kids would have an angle like me right now, and they'll be able to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you have to do something. I don't know what you'd do.
Yeah.
But you can't really see it too much. You'll see the yellow. You'll see both yellow dots really. But if you're looking at it from a little bit where you can only see the one, it will look like it's just one dot and it actually goes in.
Yeah.
But if you look, there's a certain angle where you go down far enough that you'll be able to see both things.
So you got to be careful with the angles.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you give it? I'm going to give it like 70%. I think it's really good. It looks visual.
I'm going to give this 95%.
95%. You would do this?
I would do this.
Okay. So 95% from Ryland, 70% from me. I wouldn't do it, but that's because You know, I just don't think it fits my character, you know. Oh, look, here's this guy walking over with a shaved head and tattoos and this big bloke, and what's he doing? Oh, he's pulling out some little pieces of plastic. Right, okay, great stuff. No, it's just not for me. But yeah, so it's a good trick if you want it. I mean, it's not very expensive. It's part of the Apprentice line from Murphy's Magic. If you want it, you know, you can pick it up. It's relatively inexpensive. And it does look very good if you think it, you know, that it's one solid moment of magic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, one solid. I would like to see them make this with like up-to-date props, like have some coasters, some beer mats instead of the blue things, and have like a proper like whiskey glass, and have some dice, have it as a dice instead of a yellow thing, and have it so it looks like it's like more of it. Then I would do it. Then I would do it.
100%, yeah, definitely.
Anyway,
that's a good idea.
Thank you. I do have them occasionally. Right, let's move on to the third review. Okay, so this next one is called Intuition by Adrian Vega. And I performed this for you in the Old Trafford Centre just after we'd had dinner at Noodles, the noodly place. Where we went for noodles yesterday. We went over to a separate table, and I did the card trick. We had noodles.
I got very lucky. Some guy dropped his burger and it was in a wrapper.
And Ryland's
didn't want it. I gave it. I was like, do you want your burger? You dropped this on the floor. And he just looked at me, gave me a really weird look, and walked off. And then 10 minutes later, he came and sat down by us, and he was like, "Where's my bloody burger?" But by then, I'd already eaten it, so his fault.
You really are a tramp, aren't you? Just like I'm picturing you like on the floor going with a burger on the floor.
No, it was wrapped up in the McDonald's wrapper, and I picked up the wrapper. And it was all wrapped, nothing, only a little dirt on the wrapper. I was like, here you go. And he's like, and then I'm like, okay. And I walk back to Mum. We sit down. I eat the burger. 10 minutes later, they come down. And they're like, right, finally got a seat. Open up the bag. Where's my bloody burger?
Oh, dear me. Right. So, with that all in mind, let's have a look at a performance of Intuition by Adrian Vega from the Old Trafford Centre in Manchester.
Right behind the camera, we're out in Manchester at the Old Trafford Centre. Come down here. I got a deck of cards. Can you see these, right?
Yeah.
Most importantly, can you see they're all there and they're all different? I'll spread them out, although I don't have a close-up pad. I'll spread them. I want to see they're all different, right, buddy?
Yep.
Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay. Do you know what intuition is?
Kind of.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, look up here and I'll show you. Intuition is all about, like sometimes if you're doing something naughty in the house and you don't want Mom to know, you kind of get that feeling that she's around and she's watching you. That's kind of intuition.
Yeah.
We're going to try and do an experiment in intuition. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to have you touch any card, but we're not going to look at it. That one there, you sure?
Yeah.
That one there, yeah?
Yeah, that one there.
I'm not going to look at it, I'm going to put it over there, okay? Yeah?
Yep.
Right. Intuition. I'm going to deal the cards on the table. And as I do, I'm going to get a feeling of cards that are going to help me find your card.
Okay.
Yeah. I think potentially these three cards here might help me work out what your card is. Remember, you could have picked any card.
Yeah.
And this first card is a diamond, but it's a red card.
Yep.
That tells me that your card is probably a red card. This next card will tell me the suit of the card. It's a heart. And this last one will tell me the value of the card. It's a 3. So I used my intuition to take 3 cards out of this deck. And they tell me that your card was the 3 of hearts. And to be clear, you could have had any card.
Yep.
But you had this one right here, right?
Yeah. Wow.
the three of hearts. Proof that my intuition is awesome.
So that is intuition. Right. What have I got to say about this? You forgot. It's the card trick where it actually fooled you. It's the one with the card trick, and it fooled you. And I showed you the method, and you were like,
we filmed another one.
we did, yeah. I showed you the method, and you were like, oh, you got me. I had no idea that was how it worked. Here's the thing. It is quite fooling. Here's the thing that you need to know. It's relatively... Okay, so it's very easy to do. It's almost self-working. You get a fully gimmick deck that's going to allow you to do the trick that you just saw. Now, I didn't realise that I hadn't, but you can have the cards completely and thoroughly shuffled if you want to. So you can have the cards shuffled by the spectator. You can have the cards shuffled by yourself. You can then spread the cards out on the table. They can take any card that they want to. You can then put that card to one side without you or the spectator looking at it. There's no force. They can take any card. You then deal through the cards. You end up with 3 cards on the table. The 3 cards will tell you the name of the card that's been put to one side, and it works like that every single time. It's a combination of various different methods that allow you to do what you just saw on the live performance. But very important, the cards can be shuffled.
One thing with this.
I can think of numerous things that's wrong with this, but go on, what's your one thing?
One of my one things is it only has 1 card, so it's always the same card. So you can't do it to the same person twice. Or like if you're doing like a big venue and you're performing to everybody, at the end when like a couple of friends meet and he's like, the magician did this amazing trick where he did this card and he found out my card was the 3 of clubs, and the guy was like, huh? Oh, my card was a 3 of clubs. Wait, my card was a 3. All our cards. He's a cheater.
Yeah, okay, so yes, I agree. Here's my thing on it. So there's that.
I know you've got quite a few things.
Yeah, it's always going to be the same card every single time, so that's an issue. Second of all, the deck cannot be examined at all.
No.
Not even slightly. No. The deck cannot be examined or looked at in any way, shape, or form. Thirdly, it's kind of an underwhelming trick for what is in essence going to need an entire deck dedicated to doing this trick. It's a kind of an underwhelming trick. Effectively, if you actually think about it, they take a card. Once they've took that card, you then tell them what the card is by dealing some cards out on the table. And yes, I know there's some very clever moments in there. This table is falling over. There we go. I know there's some very clever moments in there where you don't look at the card and they can pick any card. But look at the Stebbins deck, for example. I can achieve something similar to this with the Stebbins deck. I can have them cut anywhere they want. I can have them put a card to one side, and then I can approximate doing the same sort of thing with the top 2 cards of the deck. It's just
Stebbins stack.
Yeah, step and stack. Yeah, the Stebbins deck, step and stack. Look, the point is, there's lots of different ways of doing this. This is kind of an underwhelming trick. Like from a magician's point of view, it's very, oh look, they can pick any card. Like I could achieve the same thing with a 4-card stack on top of the deck. I could do a classic force, have them pick a card, put it to one side. I could then do a series of cuts, couple of Pharaoh shuffles, deal down, put some cards to one, because it's not like they're picking the 3 cards. Yeah. You are. So you could do that just by doing a series of double undercuts and just cutting cards to one side. And then those 3 cards are going to be able to tell you what the card is that you classic forced on them from the beginning. And it's going to achieve exactly the same effect in the eyes of the audience, but I'm not going to need to carry an entire deck of cards around with me, and I just need a 4-card setup on top of the deck. And with that version, I'm not stuck with the same card every single time, because anytime I want to do it, I just put a different card on top of the deck. Like, it's just very, very underwhelming when you consider you've got to carry around an entire full deck. I know you do. We need to get a new chair. I just think it's very underwhelming for what is in essence a very, very simple trick. It's a very simple trick. It's very easy to do. Now, there's nothing wrong with simple. Simple is good. But it's a very simple trick, and you've got this entire deck of cards dedicated to doing this one thing that I think the main focus of this is it's a magician fooler. It fooled you. But when you actually see the method, you must know that there's a million different ways you can do this. And the method means that the deck can't be examined. The deck cannot be examined. It can't even be looked at. You can't even let the spectator touch the deck. You can kind of let the spectator shuffle the cards, but you better make sure that they don't turn those cards face up and look through the faces, because if you do, they're, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, screwed. So you can't do any of that. You just can't. You're in a situation where you can't. You just kind of. I just don't like it. I really don't like it. It's also boring. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's a little bit boring. It's like, pick a card. I'm gonna take 3 cards out of this deck, and that's gonna tell me what your card is. Okay, you go and do that, and then I'll go over to the same table, and I will go and do an ambitious card routine. And let's see. And it's not like it's because it's me performing. It's not saying I'm the best performer in the world. I'm just saying anybody could go and do something infinitely more impressive than that. I just don't like. It's getting 20% from me, and that's been generous. I like a lot of Adrian Vega's stuff, but this is not good. 15%. There's just so much stuff not to like about this trick. 15% from him, 20% from me. Not very good. Let's move on. Okay, so the final one is an illusion. This is where Ryland gets very excited. And we've been looking at some illusions the last few weeks and reviewing some illusions the last few weeks. This week we're going to look at probably what I would say is the most important illusion to get if you want to become an illusionist, and that is a utility base. We haven't looked at the utility base yet, have we? Did we review the utility base? I feel like we might have.
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't. No. I would say
we've done split press.
We've done split press.
We haven't done the utility base.
No, we definitely haven't, have we?
We've done through steel.
Yeah.
How many things have we done? We've done the mirror.
Yeah.
Have we only done 3?
Walking through, the mirror. I think we did paradox as well.
Did we?
I'm pretty sure we did paradox. Yeah, because we talked about Thomas More. Yeah, we did paradox. Okay.
I think we have to split this over 2 review shows.
Why?
Because there are so many things about the utility base.
Well,
there's like 10 different tops.
Yeah, there are multiple tops. Do you want to talk about what utility base is?
Right, I'll talk about utility base. So utility base is the backbone of illusions, I would say. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of illusions.
Guy Barrett's greatest invention.
Yeah. Basically, the utility base it's a way of having someone inside of a box and then being able to disappear whenever they want.
Or appear.
So this enables for a lot of different tops, such as the crystal casket, which is where you put a cloth over it.
Did we review the crystal casket? I feel like we did.
I feel like we did. We might have.
I don't know. Carry on. Well, we'll talk specifically about the mangler on this one. Yeah. And
then next time we'll talk about Shannon.
Yeah.
But this is the utility base. So the utility base, there's loads of different things you can do with it. So number one, like the crystal, I know we might have reviewed this, but the crystal casket, where you put a cloth over it, and then when you pull the cloth away, and then there's Thea there, or whoever's there. You open up the box. Now what you can do is you can put them back in the box. They can show their hand, and then it's like they go 1, 2, 3. They show 3. They put the hand inside the box, and immediately you pull the cloth away, and they're not there anymore.
Yep.
And then you put the cloth back on, and then they're back again.
Yep.
It's magic.
And the mangler is another great example of it.
The mangler is another great one. So with the mangler, what happens is, again, put girl in box. Girl gets covered up by doors this time, so you put these doors on, and then you turn the mangler to the front with these big rollers. You roll out a flat Thea, or whoever it is, and then Thea, little flat Thea pops out. We do it with a teddy bear, so little flat Thea and a teddy bear pops out, and then you roll it back in. You show it's completely empty, and this really is Thea. You put it back on, close it up, roll it back in, and then Thea's inside. Yeah.
Couple of things about that. One, I love the way you do that, because you use a Bondly appearing teddy bear, don't you?
Yeah.
So how Ryland does the mangler, which is completely different to how I've ever seen anyone else do it, is you have a Bondly appearing teddy bear. So Thea's scared to get into the prop. So Thea's scared to get into the prop. So you make a teddy bear appear from a squared circle, like a big, massive 6-foot teddy bear. She gets into the prop. So when you roll her back out, she's holding the teddy bear in the flat Thea, which looks great. But when you roll her back in again, she comes out. She's popped back into 3D, but the teddy bear is still flat, and she walks off in a bit of a strop, and she's angry, which kind of fits into your thing that you and your sister have going with each other, which I absolutely love. But the reason that I wanted to talk about the utility base, which you can get from Guy Barrett,
I just got a new one.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 3 of them in the warehouse, and the thing that
One of them's your one, the really bad one.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's my one, the really cool one. And the other one's also mine one, with LEDs all over it.
the thing you need to understand about the utility base, right? And
It's sick.
is it allows you, if you want to get into illusions, it allows you to have one illusion, one base, but you can have multiple tops. So if you've got wings, if you're taking your illusion show somewhere where there's wings and you've got backstage help, you can literally have a crystal casket to open. Then you can push the crystal casket off to one side. Somebody can switch the
Top over.
the top. So later on, you can roll it back out as a mangler, for example.
Then you can push it away. Roll it back out as a shadow box.
A shadow box. There's so many different. Yeah.
Roll it back out as what was that thing backstage?
There's loads of them. There's
There's
absolutely.
like 10 different tops.
Yeah, there's so many different tops, and you can go to Guy
the
Barrett.
Backstage of
Well, they've got that.
Bridge.
They've got.
There's a big metal box, and I don't know what it was, but it was on top of a utility base.
There's a really nice kind of mini squisher that you can get where the kind of the sides squish in, which looks really nice as well. Yeah, there's loads of them. And so you can kind of pick the ones that you like the best. And Guy Barrett will happily... So Guy came up with the concept of the utility base. The very first one that I had was made out of wood. In fact, mine that I use is still made out of wood. Yours is made out of metal and is thinner and more deceptive and so on and so forth, because you've got a more current version of it than me. You've got like the utility base 3.0, I think we're on now. But you pick up the utility base, and Guy Barrett, by the way, who's based in Blackpool, he's one of the only illusion builders that holds stock in his warehouse.
Yeah.
So you can go to Guy and you can just pick up a utility base. A lot of the time when you're working with a illusion builder, you have to wait for the illusion to be built. Like ages sometimes. Like we've been waiting. Ages. We've got 3 or 4 illusions that we're waiting for, that we've been waiting for since before the summer.
Yeah.
We're hoping, we're waiting for Thomas Moore to make a trigonometry, which we're hoping to have for the summer, for the Christmas season. But you'll wait a lot of the time for illusions. With Guy, you can go to his warehouse. You can pick up
instantly.
Yeah, and you can pick up a couple of tops as well. So if you are serious about doing an illusion act, you can literally go to somewhere like Guy Barrett. You can pick up a base. You can pick up a couple of tops, and you've got basically an illusion act there, because you can top and tail your illusion, your stage show with an illusion at the beginning and an illusion at the end. So you could start off with a crystal casket, for example, and then at the end you could make. You can make the mangler or the shadow box or whatever. The other thing is, although they have them in stock, Guy will make custom-made Guy will make custom-made props, custom-made utility bases specifically for you. So he's made custom bases in the past for men.
Yeah.
Yeah, like... She won't thank me for mentioning this, but there's no way that Anna is ever going to watch this. When we had our first utility base, Guy had to make it specifically for Anna because of her arse size. Just a little bit too tight. So we had to make a tiny bit bigger. So there you go. Not anymore now. She's gone. But back then it was like... I'm trying to think what else. We'll have a look at performance right now. We'll throw a performance of...
Throw the one in... Oh, no. Never mind.
Well, should we show them a video of you doing shadow?
Yeah, we'll show them shadow.
Okay, have a look at this. So this is... Do you want to talk about what shadow box is?
Shadow box is... the girl starts in the box in the very beginning, and you never see her. Like the casket, when she appears, you don't know she's in there. So it's like this paper wall. You take off the paper wall, and you can see, look, nothing in there. And then all of a sudden... You can take a thumb tip light and then put it on the box, and the box lights up, and it's like you tap it and the box turns off. You open it up and there's nothing inside. So you open it back, so you close it back up, and then another thumb tip, tap it, the box lights up, and then you run your hand across to one side, and then another hand comes in from the other side that's not yours, and then touch, and then you go like that, and that one's still there, and then you tap it and the light goes off again. And then you do another light sequence where you can do whatever you want with it. Blah, 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 blah. I'll use the next light. And I take a feather, and then I tap the feather to it. And then the feather runs across the thing. And then you put the feather away. And the feather vanishes. and then inside the box is like, you tap it and the feather's there, and then you tap it, the light turns off, and you take it off and the feather's just like it's floating inside on its own. And then you grab it and you put it away, and then you close it up and you say, whoever's in there, come out on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And they rip through the paper. And it's like, hi.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. And it all is based on a utility base. So let's have a look at a shadow box right now, performance of shadow box, so you can see exactly what we're talking about, and you'll see that illusion. You'll see that
basically, the shadow box is the grey
bases.
thing with the wooden thing, and the utility base is like the black and silver thing at the bottom.
Yeah.
That holds the tops on.
Which is what you were doing in the footage I'm going to use is from the Rusley show.
Oh,
and in the
in
Rusley show, you actually did switch between tops, didn't you? Because you had the casket in the show when you produced Maddie, but you also had in there the shadow box. So let's have a look at that footage now.
Now, you've got to promise me that you won't look away. You've got to promise me that you won't run out the building scared. Do you promise? Yeah, you sure? Okay, let's try something a bit dangerous. Watch this.
So, very quickly, what would you give the utility base?
Million, billion, trillion, million, billion.
Yeah, I agree. It's like 1,000,000,000% for me. And what is your favourite top?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Come on, my favourite's the Mangler. I always wanted a Mangler. I remember, like, really.
I've got a better one than you.
You have indeed, but I always wanted a Mangler. When I got into Illusions, I was like, yeah, having one of those, that would be awesome. So for me, it's the Mangler, but you don't know, no?
No, one of them. But
one of them.
It's one of them. Can't decide though. Maybe all of them.
But we both agree that this is incredible. If you are looking to get into Illusions, then this is absolutely something you should get. This is like,
you can see it reflecting off a hand.
This is the equivalent. Well, yeah, got lights there. This is the equivalent of having like like an invisible deck as a close-up magician. You really do need, if you're going to be an illusionist.
I don't use
you
a
really
do.
do.
Deck as a magician. An invisible deck.
As a close-up magician.
Yeah, I don't use it.
You're weird.
There's no Visha in the bag. No Visha in the bag. Hold on, I'm using my bad hand. No Visha in the bag.
That is another review show in the bag. Thank you once again for joining us right here on Magic TV. Don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Hi.
R2D2 does not want to say hi. We will be back again next week with another review show. Don't forget to follow Ryland on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, same as me. Go and join the Netrix. It's called the Netrix.com. You can get access immediately. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again. Take care. Bye, everyone. Say bye.
Bye.